Happy sunny Sunday to you all. It's Three Amigos Sunday today. I've still got coughs and sniffles, so apologies in advance for the coughs and sniffles. Is there anybody awake? Certain people were out on the town drinking last night and got a bit trigger happy with the website last night, didn't they? Not mentioning anybody's name at all. So hello, good morning. Hi Bev. Hello everybody who's awake. Anybody else been out at Christmas parties last night? Hi Tracy, how are you? Hello, good morning everybody. I can see myself shockingly on the laptop. Hello, let's say hello to everybody. Who else? Hillary, hello, good morning Hillary. Your parcel is packed and ready to go, so you'll get it before you go away, hopefully. Good morning Jane. Hello everybody. Good morning Helen. Anybody else awake yet? Is it sunny with you all? Good morning Handy Andy. Is it sunny in sunny Norfolk? It's sunny here until tomorrow. We've got another storm coming tomorrow apparently, and we've got an amber warning at the moment, so much joy. Really looking forward to that. Not anybody else watching, so we'll get into it in a minute. We'll let everyone join in. Please note the earrings. Look, squirrel earrings. Just bought me for my birthday. Good morning Julie. I was reading a book with Evie the other day and it had squirrels in it, and every time I saw a squirrel I was going, it's a squirrel, it's a squirrel. She goes, Nanny, why are you talking like that? I said, but it's a squirrel. Good morning Wendy, good morning Sue, how are you all? Excuse me for coughing still. Hang on, I've got something I can slurp on today. You all got a sunny day where you are. Right, quick slurp. And we'll get into it. So this was going to be one show, and then something arrived in lots of boxes this week, so things got changed. So it's Three Amigos, hang on, Black Friday Sunday, trying to get the words the right way around. Black Friday Sunday. So you actually have to do some work to find the bargains today. Morning Judith. If you go to my sale page, all the new stuff will obviously be the first thing you see. But if you look down, I've discounted some of the older stuff. So stuff that I've only got a few things left of. Some eagle-eyed people have found them already. So some of them have gone. But I've discounted a lot of stuff. So you have to go and have a jolly good look at the sale page and have a look and see what bargains there are there, in addition to what we're doing this morning. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Sue. How are you feeling? Are you better now? Are you up and walking and all the rest of it? Yeah, I think it must be sunny everywhere. It's quite icy this morning, actually. I'm surprised how cold it was today. I think we're the only one. I think South Wales, I think, are the only ones under amber warning for tomorrow. So that's going to be fun. Not. Just have another sip. Good morning, Sonia. Right. So should we get on? Because I've got lots to show you. Right. First thing. Okay. I've got another trio of hearts for you today, and these are on extra special. They were down to 25 and I put them down to 22.50, and these are new on today. So the hearts, all the ladies apart from the gardening one, because I think I packed them. These were originally going to go on Hobbycraft. So there's 1, 2, 3 of the lady hearts. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? Anyway, there's the three hearts, and then they've all got the fabric to go on the back of them. And they've all got a little charm to hang on them. So that one's got like a little watering can. The stitching lady's got a pair of scissors, and the two friends have got a sewing machine between them. They've got some tape as well. Plus you've got the Valdani thread to stitch them in. So it's 22.50, and it's the trio of hearts. There's still, who's that? saying good morning. Fiona, hi. Yeah, frosty everywhere, I think. So we've still got the Christmassy ones as well available. So that's the 3 lady stitchery hearts. So that's the first one, and it's £22.50 for those. And I've put the pretty backing fabric. Who just said that? Laura. The backing fabric is from the Wild Orchid Fabrics. So some really pretty backing fabrics. So you've got a 10-inch square of each of those. You've got the little panels. You've got all your lovely Valdani thread and the charms to make them. If you join in late today, you can have a look. I did a video in the week because I've got so much stuff. So there's a tube video from the week that you can see it all as well. Morning, Sue. So you can go back and refresh that, or otherwise I shall be uploading this to Tube. Apologies to Abby and Andy. Apparently the grandchildren are descending at 10:15 because Jess is on her own with them today, and we've got to go down the cycle path. So I'll be watching you from the cycle path. So yeah, that's that. Next, Christmas stockings. Last minute Christmas stockings. So hang on, I'll stand up with these to show you. So Christmas stockings. I've done a pack of, there's 12 fat quarters in there. I'll show you the stockings first. So it's a mixture of a stocking pattern and the Christmas table. So you know the Christmas making a list table runner mat, which is behind me. So I've used the stitchery off of that and put it on the top of the stockings. So when you get the pack, you'll get the wording and the stitchery from the table mat, plus there's some applique templates from another pattern. So I'll sort of morph 2 patterns into one, and you'll get some lace, you'll get the rick-rack, and you'll get a load of fat quarters. So if I show you what's in there, then I'll show you the stockings again. So you've got 12 fat quarters. It's 3 Sisters fabrics, plus, pull the pattern out, you've got linen, you've got lace, and you've got wick-wack, and then that's the pattern. Okay, so it's 2 patterns amalgamated into one. You can buy the pattern on its own, but I need to print some more. So everything's sort of, because everything was a bit last minute this week, orders are not going to go out straight away tomorrow, but I'll come on to that in a minute, especially as there's a storm tomorrow. I think last time the post office sorting office got flooded, so I'm not going to risk that happening. So on the back of the stockings, I saved some of the fat quarters to put on the back, and then I used some of them for the lining as well, but obviously you can just use some cheap fabric for the lining. So they're just flip and stitch stockings. I did them, you know, you could do it all in a day because the stitchery, it's really quick stitchery on the top. I've used the Valdani thread, of course, which is somewhere down here, the M57. I've got plenty of that in stock at the moment. And then just put some lace around the top. So it's just flip and stitch. And there is, because I did some like this last year, but I didn't put the stitchery on the top. There is a Tube video on how I made them somewhere. If you go and look on Tube, there is actually a video on how I made those. So that's the pack for those. So that pack should actually cost you 60 quid and it's 35. So, I mean, just look at it as buying the fabric rather than buying a stocking kit, because obviously you don't have to make stockings with it. And it's not necessarily, it's not Christmas fabric. It's Moda 3 Sisters fabric. But it just looks, because I picked out the red, the grey and the off-white, it looks more Christmassy, but obviously you can use it for absolutely anything. So they are £35 instead of 60. So that's another offer for this weekend. I've done more. We did these last week, and I've done as many now as I can kits for that. Obviously the stitchery panel will always be available, but I've run out of mini charm packs, I think, now. So I think that I did another 10 this week. I'm not sure how many are left. So again, they're on the sale page if you want to do one of those. left over from last week, there is still, I think there's still a few of these Atelier packs. So they were on extra special offer. And I can't remember how much they are now. Hang on, did I write them down in last week's diary? Let's have a look. Sewing Girl, Sewing Inspiration Shirts. Yeah, I think they're 35. And they should be 48, I think, or 50. So there was all the Atelier Charm Pack and Candy Bar and 2 fat quarters and stitchery panels, 2 stitchery panels for the sew machine, and the Valdani, no, the Valdani thread isn't in there, there's just some red thread. I use Valdani thread to do that, the S301. So those are still available. Right, what else have we got? I've got a pile of stuff. Should we do a maths question? Maths question, as usual, please answers on Tube when I upload to Tube. How many pieces of William Morris, which I'm coming to in a minute, how many pieces of William Morris fabric have I cut? The William Morris fabric arrived on Thursday, so I've been cutting manically in between other things since then. How many pieces have I cut? And the clue is over 1,000, but under 10,000 of William Morris. And we'll come to him in a minute when I've done everything else. Couldn't find you. Thank you, Janet. You found me eventually. As I was saying, if you're late today, have a look on Tube, because I did a video on Thursday, I think, of what I was going to be doing this weekend. Oh yeah, I've still got, I think there's 5 or 6 packs of those left. And look how many boxes I've made, if you haven't seen. I've made, so using that fat quarter pack, I've made I did 3 full boxes and 2 boxes apart from the sides. I had to cut a couple of bits more fabric for the sides, but I've made 5 boxes now. Big boy hexy boxes. I'm bored of them now. And I made bowls out of the wild orchid. Oh, that was the thing. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, the last of the wild orchid fat quarter boxes are on, I think there's 2 or 3 left, and they're on extra special offer. So go have a look on the sale page. If you're late, go through the sale page and look down, not just what's on today's. Look down, because there's some more extra special offers on things. What's the time? Right, I've got enough time just to go through. Hang on, what else did I find when I was looking for bargains? So that's that one that I've done extra of. What's this one? Oh yeah, I found a pack of, I think there's 3 stitchery, some stitchery themed stitchery themed stitcheries with an Atelier Charm Pack and fabric and tape. They're on offer on the sale page. Oh, the Redwork Seasons one. So the Redwork Seasons, so that one, you can get the panel with a roll of Aurifil thread. Basically, your Aurifil thread is free, more or less, for that. So there's some of those. Have you got a YouTube on those boxes? I can't remember. I think I did a tube on hexy boxes yonks and yonks and yonks ago, but not on the ones with the lids. I'll have a look and I'll link it on Facebook if I can find it. Yeah, so we did the maths question, didn't we? Maths question. So maths question, how many William Morris fabrics have I cut this week? Answers on Tube later, please. And the prize for the maths question this week is a bag of stuff that I've shoved, offcuts of flannel. There's a bit of Kath Holden, bits and pieces of all sorts of stuff in there. So that's your maths prize, maths question prize. Prize for orders this week is a nice bag, so any orders will go into the lucky dip and someone will win this. So you've got a bit of linen, you've got some mini charm packs, You've got a nice Moda charm pack in there, actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, a nice Moda charm pack in there and one of my charm packs in there. So that's your prize bag for the week. So all the orders from yesterday through till tomorrow night will go into the draw for that. Talking of Kath Holden, those have sold out. The kits for those have sold out, but I will do some more, okay? So when I find 2 minutes, I will do some more. Good morning, whoever that is. Margaret, good morning. So those have run out, but I'll do some more. There are still a few boxes of the Kath Holden fabrics left, so the nice big fat quarter boxes, and there's still fat 8 packs left, plus pre-cuts of those. I've just thrown a fat 8th pack on the floor there. There we go. So there's still some of those left. Right, shall we get on to William Morris? So, surprise delivery of the week. Let's move those prizes out of the way. William Morris, very beautiful fabric. Came Thursday afternoon. And I'll just show you. Okay, so the William Morris fat quarter boxes that I cut, extra special offer, should be £101 or £70. And the slight catch in that is that I've literally only just cut the fabric. I need Jess to come up and help me roll them. So I think I've managed 2 boxes so far and 2 more on the go. So William Morris fat quarter box. There were 2 left when I came before we started. I don't know if they're still there. So they will come like that. So there's a William Morris fat quarter box, and there are pre-cuts and stuff, which I'll show you in a minute. Somebody messaged me and said, can I do half metre packs? If you want a half metre pack at this price, so that would be, a half metre pack would be £140 for 26 half metres, and it works out you're paying £11 something a metre, which is really silly price. I will do a very limited number of those, but you will have to email me today and let me know if you want one, so that I know what I've got to cut in the week, because this week's a bit manic. We've got it's that time of year, isn't it? Christmas, school Christmas stuff and all that stuff coming on. Anyway, so William Morris, let's show you some of the prints, which are very beautiful. So this is a fat quarter pack in the making. I just folded another 2 this morning, so here's one. So we'll go through. There's 26 prints that I've managed to have enough of to do fat quarter boxes. And I've discovered they look particularly beautiful around the stitchery. So I'll show you those in a minute. So I'm just going through all these. This is one of my favourites. I love that one. Those are more tone on tone ones. This one as well, another favourite. Very beautiful. There you go. I don't know what all the official names. Here we are, that one. I love this one. Beautiful. And then that's just like a tone on tone. Quite a lot of blues. And a darker one. This one, I love this. This is Lush. I've used this around one of my stitcheries already. And that one. And there's another, the tone on tone one. And another one. And another pretty one. These ones I love. Really rich colours. Here's the tone on tone one, and another one of my favourite print, and another one. Gorgeous, gorgeous. They sound like John Scott off of Sewing Street. Gorgeous, lovely, beautiful colours. So very, very lovely. And there were 2 of these boxes left. If you've missed out on those and you want half metre packs, make sure you email me today. You won't get a message back today, but I'll look later tonight once I've got rid of children and stuff. So there are obviously pre-cuts. So there's candy bars, there's mini charm packs. and there are charm packs, obviously. So they were all cut and packed yesterday. In between our tree, one of our trees, so we had a dead ash tree at the back of the bottom field next to next door's house, which fell in their yard, fortunately not on top of their nice mirk. So he came round, banged on the door yesterday morning and say that the tree, did you know one of your trees has fallen in our yard? Obviously not. So me and Simon went up with the digger yesterday and we were getting rid of trees and stuff out of their yard in between packing fabric. Anyway, that's a by the by. Here we go. So I managed to stitch that this week, the hedgerow one, and then these fabrics turned up and I've decided my stitchery panels are going to have William Morris fabric around them. Thank you, Pauline. So that's one that I've put the fabric round. You can tell which ones are my favourites. That's the rose one, so I put that really pretty one round the rose one. So I need to get myself in gear and get all these panels stitched so I can make a quilt with them. See, that was the one that I was raving about. Now, I did half think about cutting strip rolls, but then I fussy cut. See, I fussy cut, because that's the sunflower one, I fussy cut the sunflowers. If you had strip rolls, let me find that fabric. Where is that one? There. If I cut that into strips, then somebody might get a strip of sunflowers and somebody gets a strip of something else. So that's why the fat quarter boxes are good. If there is a demand for it, please let me know. Put a load of comments on Tube for me because it helps the algorithm, as they say. If there's a demand for fat 8th packs, because there'd be enough in a fat 8th pack, obviously, to do borders around your stitchery panels, I will do them. So what else have I done? The wood anemone. I put that round the wood anemone because I thought it was a similar colours. So I've done sunflower, rose, hedgerow, and sunflower, rose, hedgerow, and wood anemone. But that's the latest one because I thought that looked like a buttercup, and there's buttercups on the hedgerow one. So I've done those, and I'm keeping these. Excuse me, sniffing. Sorry. They fit nicely in my sewing folder. So my next thought is, somebody phoned me and said, oh, you've run out of kits of those. Well, yes, I have, because I haven't got any of those fabrics left. But what if I do some kits with the William Morris? They would look particularly beautiful. And then I've only got so much of the fabric, so everybody would get a different lining fabric. But the William Morris would look particularly beautiful as a sewing folder, would it not? Especially if you're using them to put round, and they just fit. They fit in the middle of my sewing folder like so. That looks wrong, doesn't it? Looks like I'm flashing, doesn't it? Anyway, there you go. It's the flashing folder. Thank you, Margaret. Sorry if I missed all your comments. Oh, we've got another like 8 minutes left. So should we go through everything I've got? So William Morris, I'm not sure if we've run out of boxes or not, but I probably have. Yes, Hilary, yours is packed. I've done yours, and I've done Lish's, and I think I've done Lynn King's. That's as far as I've got. So if you're ordering William Morris boxes, you probably won't get them till later in the week, okay? Because I need somebody to come and help me roll all the fabrics up. The fat quarters, the charm packs and stuff are already, they're all packed. I finished packing them yesterday afternoon. So the only ones loose are the ones that I've left out for me to look at. Any more comments? No? Right, okay. So, as I say, everybody's orders today will go into the drawer for that. So there's a nice goodie bag for your orders starting from yesterday, today and tomorrow. And the maths question, how many William Morris pieces of fabric did I cut? And I need to cough, excuse me. Well, that's what I was going to show you. If you didn't see my video in the week, I made some more little Kath Holden bags for the grandchildren, for the Greek grandchildren. So the letters that I printed on there, instead of putting an evil eye, they've got their... I did these. When me and the elf bought our embroidery machines, I don't know, how many years ago did we buy those Brother embroidery machines? At least 2 years ago. So I probably did those 2 years ago, thinking I'm going to do something with those. But they've become So these are the Kath Holden prints, and I've used the alphabet print for the bag handles. And I got some evil eyes off of Amazon, so they got pink evil eyes on theirs. So I thought they were quite cute. Hopefully they'll like them. So I'm going to put their Christmas presents in those. So yeah, I did those in the week as well. That's before all the William Morris fabric came, and then everything went to pot. So what was I saying? I don't know, forgotten. Yeah, prize draw. Yes, prize draw is a bag full of all sorts of stuff, of fabric. Oh, nearly threw my juice all over the place. So it's mainly flannel. There's a little bit of Kath Holden in there. There's a little bit of autumn fabric in there. There's a bit of felt in there. There's a bit of everything in there. So it's a nice big bag full of stuff. For your maths question, answers on a YouTube, please, not on a postcard. Okay. There's no news on French General yet, but it was supposed to dock on the 4th of December, so we're waiting on French General and we're waiting on Lynette Anderson. Before I go over stuff, I've got 5 minutes to go over stuff. I won't be doing live next weekend because I've got Evie's birthday on Thursday, then it's her official party on Saturday, and then it's Santa Claus train on Sunday. So I won't have time. Oh, I've got new stitcheries have come in. They're sort of shoved in a box under the table because I haven't had time to even look at them, let alone do anything with them. So I'll try and get them cut apart for next weekend. And then what I might do is do a quick tube to show you what I've got. And then I can upload it and you can have a look at it at your leisure. Once I put everything on to the website. So very quickly, before we go to sunny Cornwall, is what we've got today is basically have a good look at the sale page and look through, because there are some extra bargains that I've put on and I can't remember which ones I've done. Some of them have gone, some of them are still there. So the 3 ladies, there's 2 ladies. We've got the 3 lady packs. They're £22.50. They've got everything in there, and they've got them Valdani thread in there. The Christmas ones are still there. I knocked off another £2.50 just because it's Black Friday, Sunday weekend. More of these kits I did. I'm not sure how many of those are left. And then the Christmas stocking packs, which don't have to be Christmas stocking packs. They are just fabric packs, basically. So they're reduced from 60 to 35. So you've got 12 Three Sisters fabric, fat quarters, linen, rick-rack, lace, destructions for 2 types of stockings to make these, basically. But you don't have to make stockings with them. You do what you want with them. In fact, you could make them. You could make the table runner with them. You could do anything you want with them, basically. So have a look at the sale page. There's all sorts of bargains there. Where do you comment on YouTube? You go onto YouTube, you have to subscribe, and then the comments box will open up. If you just click on somebody who's commented before you, another box will open at the bottom of the page where you can comment. Okay. Yeah. So that's that. Now, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Yeah, don't forget to message me today if you want a ½ metre pack, because the price is going to only apply for this weekend. If you want a ½ metre pack of the William Morris, if you don't want a fat quarter. So the fat quarter boxes for 26 fat quarters was £70. If you want 26 ½ metres for £140, I will do a couple of packs. But I won't be doing them until later in the week. So I'll do all these orders first, get all these packed up, and then I'll start on ½ metres. But obviously I haven't got a huge amount left on the bolts. But if you want ½ metres, message me today, and I'll get back to you when I can, okay? Right, thank you for watching. I'm sure there's probably other things I'm supposed to have told you about and I've forgotten because I'm very disorganised today. Sorry. I'm waiting for grandchildren to come bang on the window any second because we're off down the cycle path with them. So I will be watching Abby and Andy from the cycle path again. Hopefully I can get signal down there. And I'll be back live. There'll be another 3 Amigos live in 2 weeks' time, and then it'll be nearly Christmas. How scary Mary is that? Not done any Christmas shopping yet at all. So thanks a lot for taking time out to watch us all this morning. I know everyone's getting really busy now, so thank you very much. Thank you for your continued support. It is very much appreciated. And I'm going to send you on a trip down to sunny Cornwall, and I'll see you soon. Bye.